Tonight, from Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs taking on Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Houston Texans.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. Fielded near the back of the end zone. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Now it's Watson. He'll buy some time right. He's going to take off with it. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
They'll run on first down. Johnson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
But these guys are going to chomp into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson stepping up. He's going to keep it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. Finding fouls complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
And the Texans.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target, and he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. On first down, it's Johnson. Damian Wilson in on the stop.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
11 yards there, first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
That's complete to Cobb. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10.
The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 23. He'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
Makes it 3rd and 5.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a 1st down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46.
Hey, 43, 15.
Now here's Mahomes. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Edwards-Helaire on the counter. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a 1st with 3rd down looming.
It's now 3rd and less than a yard.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front. And it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
41 Mike. 41 Mike. Hey, that's good. Hey, 41 Mike.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelce, on the touchdown pass. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
All-pro tight end Travis Kelce had 97 catches last year in the regular season on his way to a Super Bowl title with Kansas City. And while he's a weapon anywhere on the field, as you get closer to the end zone, you really have to look out. Witness what he did in the playoffs. 3 touchdown catches against Houston in the divisional round, and a big one in the Super Bowl against San Francisco, which keyed Kansas City's comeback.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A 10-play drive that time, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard
Now
line.
comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything.
Looking for his tight end, fouls, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now a handoff here to his running back. Down to the 25.
Number 25.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Delay of game, offense.
You gotta be kidding me.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still 2nd down.
I'm gonna come back to you.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. Butker's kick here is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17.
Score, Chiefs 38, Texans 21.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And Carter deciding not to bring this one out.
At their own 25.
Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one, but let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks, 75 yards, and the Texans cut into that lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game.
Chiefs 41, Texans 28.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Fielded near the back of the end zone, and Carter deciding not to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard line.
So Deshaun Watson in the offense. Down by 13, 2:23 to play. They have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but they need 2 scores. On first down, Watson, open man, the tight end fails. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Watson on first down. He's got Fuller. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
A gain of 20 now.
Now a first down throw, Watson. He got 29 yards that time. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. To the air yet again, Watson. Johnson's got it complete. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Deshaun Watson hitting Will Fuller on the touchdown pass. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And the lead will shrink to 6. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And the result, a Houston touchdown. So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. On third down, here's Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Mahomes on the keeper.
Mahomes down to a knee, and that should just about write a finish to this one.
Tonight,
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.